take us to maybe like a week or a couple of weeks before opening, the whole process of opening. I know you had some issues with finding people to join your team in the early days. That gave you some anxiety. Do you want to take it from there?
Yeah, I would say that when we were wrapping up construction and then I was okay, next step, now I need to hire a team. And you can't hire a team so early because everybody's looking for a job where they can start right away. Especially so my team's comprised of young 20-year-olds. They're not that much younger than me. And I had put the job posting out on Craigslist, Indeed, and I wasn't getting any bites. And in my mind coming into this, I was like, oh my God, Paris is going to be this awesome thing. People are going to love working here, but nobody knew what it was. So there was no interest because it was and it was also over the holiday. So we were finishing up construction in December. So not a lot of people were around or they're just busy with family. We were looking at a January open. And so I would say that from my experience, I felt desperate when I was doing my interviews. There were some people that I didn't feel like clicked, but then I was thinking, you know what, at least they're going to show up and they're also a little desperate for a job. They're going to at least show up to all of the shifts and I can rely on them.
They need me as much as I need them.
Yes. And I think I made some bad decisions there. I think I hired some people that I knew that they weren't like the personality that I'd want to fit, but I felt like I just needed people. And I wish I didn't do that.
Yeah. Well, what happened because of that?
It created a very negative work environment to the point where, I'd have to schedule like a couple of people that just didn't fit in with the rest of the team and just had a very negative personality. I wasn't even excited to come in to work and open with them. And I'd have to schedule them with different people. It caused scheduling issues and just negative tension when most of my team was really awesome, really positive. And you want to come into a place with a team that you actually enjoy working with.
Yeah.
It took a while. It was hard to kind of transition them out too, because in California, there's very like stringent labor laws. Mm-hmm. And so once you make a bad hire, it's hard to just get rid of that bad hire.
So what things did you do or have you worked into your operation to protect you from somebody who's not a right fit culturally?
So I now know, like I have my best people. So now we're 10 minutes in, I've got my best team members and I go to them. I say, like, we have a new hire. And I ask, okay, how is he fitting in with you? Do you guys like working with him? Because for me, and even for new, like when I'm interviewing new people, I have them like kind of chat with the new people. Like what sense are these people getting from my existing team? Because I want to make sure that my existing team, I retain them because they're great.
Yeah.
And for them to stay retained, it's not just the pay, it's they've got to enjoy the people that they're coming in to work with.
They're also getting to influence the people they're surrounding themselves with. What about on paper? What are you doing? Are you writing down any? Are you getting to sign any? There's a name for it, and it's escaping my mind right now. Basically, codes of conduct, right? Like if you're not dressing the right way, if you don't have the right attitude, like these are our core values, and you agree to uphold these core values. So if you don't uphold these core values or you don't commit to these rules that we set, like you're on your way. Have you worked out anything like that?
I feel like it's just like a personality thing.
Gotcha.
So when you're sitting down for an interview, that person's on it, right? They're bringing their best self to the interview because they want the job. And so, in the first interview, they might have a really good personality fit. They may be super chatty. And then you might go into the first couple shifts and maybe they're not that same person that you expected when you first hired them to. Sometimes it's time, like it just takes, maybe it's shyness. They just need to open up a little bit. And that's what we're finding with a new person is just, just they're actually like, I wasn't sure for the first month or so, and now somehow they've blossomed and they chat and they're taking initiative. So sometimes it's time and sometimes it is just a bad hire.
Yep.
So sticking to that 3-month window of like, this is your 3-month probationary period, and then figuring out, okay, I just need to call it quits. This isn't working out.
But the big lesson I'm pulling from this is, have that standard for who you want to hire and then don't settle. Because if you settle a little and then you settle a little the next time, or you settle a little the next time, over time, that's going to compound and you're going to be way off of that original vision you had for the type of person you want to be working for your restaurant. And at the end of the day, we're only as good as the people we attract onto ourselves. So you have to have that standard. You have to put your foot down when it comes to hiring the right people. So what are you doing? So aside from letting your your
So
employees
honestly,
waiting? And what else are you doing to
this
keep that
summer
same vibe?
I've been short staffed. There's been periods where I've done interviews and I haven't found somebody that I liked, and I've realized I'd rather be short staffed, have my existing team just cover a little bit more, or just be very open with them and be like, look, like if you call out of the shift, there's nobody to cover you, and I'd rather you keep your hours because they want their hours. I'd rather you keep your hours and wait till we find a good person to join our team than to just hire somebody because we need to fill it in.
Yeah.
And so that's something that like is very transparent with the whole team, and they all had to pitch in when we were understaffed because I didn't want to just hire somebody.